Minus with little pair.
Yeah.
Call.
Call.
He's going to call.
The Dutchman Lusk doesn't have a big enough kicker to play with that suited ace. He's out of there.
So is Hominicky. Well, Grundy raising into minus, and minus, as you could see,
a huge favorite, but when somebody raises an early position like that, they're supposed to have a big hand. Something like that.
Right. Now it'll be interesting to see how Grundy capitalizes on this if he can. He's a decided underdog, as you could see.
Check, check.
Yep, and a jack. And wouldn't you think Grundy would jump here?
With a 5 high. Wow. That seems like a real weak little bet into a pot that size. But again, Grundy only has... He's going all in!
I think that
goodness, and it works!
I think a bold move by Grundy.
And
I
he
thought
shows his cards!
really well played.
What happened here?
Came to life.
What happened here? What happened on the flop?
I checked.
He made the 3,200 under the
I
gun.
checked the turn and he bet and I went all in.
All the players enjoying that hand except that man.
Yeah, he's not enjoying it at all.
Showing you his ID.
Well played by the baby-faced Ben Grundy. Take a look at the chip count. You can see where things stand right now. It's still Phil Ivey, twice the stack of Marcel Lusk, who's been hanging around all day long. Charbonnet is still there. Russell Davies. Ben Grundy at 33,900. Magnus is the short stack at 13 and change. Ben Grundy, a little bit of smile.
They love to show bluffs. They love to show bluffs.
I did an even better one than that yesterday. I did a much better bluff than that yesterday. I got someone to lay down a set yesterday when I had 4 high.
Well, well, well.
Yes.
Now, one of the ancillary benefits of showing that kind of bold bluff is your table image. The players peg you as a sort of wild maniac who's liable to put in money with anything. And when you do have a good hand, you have a better chance of getting paid off.
I know, exactly. And it sets a tone, I think.
What sometimes happens, too, is the rest of the table wants to show that they can bluff just as well and possibly with even more desperate holdings.
Lusk is going to take this one.
And when there's a player like Phil Ivey at your table, the temptation is sometimes to try to impress him and say, see, I can do what you do on TV.
I had 2 tens. Did I? I know I had 1 10.
I had 2 tens. Oh, maybe I had 1 10. Little bonus coverage now as we take you to another table where Shannon Shore, who you're looking at right here, Stephen Booyah has gone all in against him. There's Stephen. Stephen with an ace-king and Shore with an ace-jack. And the flop is a 7 ace-8, so each player getting a pair, but of course Booyah with the king.
Shore will need a jack.
And on the river, it is a jack! And Booyah, just like that.
Booyah gets no respect.
No respect whatsoever. He is eliminated. And Shannon Shore still looking on, kind of in disbelief. So Shore eliminates Booyah. We got more to come, and we're coming back right after this. Welcome back to the PartyPoker.com Aussie Millions.
Party Poker is a good learning tool. Pick up some different strategies, different ideas and thoughts on your game, and I think it certainly, as a resource, can improve your game both as an internet player and as a live player, I'm sure.
I don't think there's any question about that. And these players, of course, always going to school on one another. Hominicki's still a short stack, throws away a 10-3. Davies gets rid of a king-8. Phil Ivey with a king-jack will participate.
It's all yours, Marcel. So I'm going to call him no look, because I got
that look call from Lusk,
which may or may not be true.
Right.
And if he does look down, he's not going to like what he sees.
Not at all. 8 queen 5 on the flop. 4,000 from Ivy.
He's looking hard now.
Guys.
No connection, he says. So Phil Ivy's going to take this one without a whole lot of effort.
And Ivy made no connection either, but he did show strength before the flop and on the flop and takes down the pot.
And we're going to take you right now to one of our odder tables and a little bonus coverage as Barry Greenstein is all in against Jerry Fitt.
Both players have a full house. Barry Greenstein cannot win. He can hope for a split with a 9. No.
So Greenstein will take a walk, as it were, and Jerry Fitt has now put out Tony Hashem and now puts out Barry Greenstein. And Greenstein only too kind to sign a book for his eliminator.
Flop came queen 9-5 with 2 spades. The only hand that I was afraid of was queens and 9s. And then, strangely enough, he turned over queens and 9s and actually was slow rolling me and had me beat.
It's astonishing what these poker authors will do to try to plug their books.
Give it to another poker player. But this time it was Fitt who was the conqueror, and Greenstein who went home.
I could be a bestseller if I gave away all my books to the guys that have knocked me out of
yeah,
poker
there you are.
tournaments.
Grundy will get out of here, and again, Phil Ivey will play the Jack-8.
Minus big hand, pair of kings.
Nice. He raises.
My goodness, he just makes the minimum raise. He basically doubles Phil Ivey's 1,700 chip raise. That's going to give Ivey a really nice price to call with a Jack-8 and try to snap off Minus's big hand.
Lusk, as you might expect, gets rid of the 7-deuce.
I mean, if Minus wants to disguise the strength of his hand, he needs to just smooth call there. If he's trying to get value out of it, he's got to raise more than a double raise there, especially when he's on the short stack.
Let's see what he does here. On the flop, 8-9-5.
So Ivey has middle pair. Minus's kings are still the boss hand.
4,000.
4,000 the bet from Minus.
Phil Ivey needs to decide if Minus wants to play for all his chips. It's really one of these either or. I don't see Phil Ivey calling here. This is a raise or fold situation. And he does raise. Easy call for Minus.
All right. I'm in bad shape.
I'm in bad shape, and he's right.
Well, Minus played this hand rather unorthodoxly. He seems to have gotten the action he wanted. All his chips in with by far the best hand. Phil Ivey is going to need some help.
And he is in some trouble, I think he believes, and in fact, he may be. We'll find out when we come back. Welcome back to the PartyPoker.com Aussie Millions. With right now a showdown situation as Andre Minus is all in against Phil Ivey, and Minus right now with the whip hand. He's got a pair of kings. Ivey with a pair of 8s.
Ivey will need a jack or an 8 or running cards for a straight. Whoa!
No, that's certainly not going to help. And Minus now is going to win this hand.
Deal last card.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what happens after this.
That's
it is an 8. Yeah, just to add insult to injury.
That's it.
How much? Can I let a card? Can I please?
Maybe we should give him one more card.
20?